What it do, NFL fam? Now, this one is called Two of the Players to Never Get a Championship. Now, this is crazy. This is crazy. Now, I know a lot of Lions fans, because it's a lot of new Lions fans that probably wouldn't know who these guys are. Okay. But that's okay. Because the Lions are doing good now. They're doing good now. They have a lot of fans and people come out of nowhere. Totally understandable. You know what I'm saying? As a veteran to the NFL game, see, I know who Matthew Stafford really is. See, and then I don't want to dig too deep into the Matthew Stafford thing, but the only reason I even bring that up is because Purdy got drafted. He had no choice where he was going. He had no choice. And Purdy's first couple of games or first years, he ain't been playing that long. Purdy's first couple of years, they don't give Purdy no credit. They say he's on a team with all the best people. He's not doing anything. It's everybody else. And they don't give him when he went to the NFC Championship, when he went to the Super Bowl, it's nothing to do with Purdy. It's everybody else. But the part about Matthew Stafford is he was with the Lions for years. Never did half of what Purdy has done. Now, when Matthew Stafford left, I can understand if he got drafted. You have no choice where you get drafted. It is what it is. But when he left the Lions, he searched. And once Sean McVay said, look, we're going to bring over a bunch of people. They literally had Von Miller up front. Ndamukong Suh. Okay. They had, what's the other defensive, Aaron, the other defensive tackle they had with the Rams. They had Odell Beckham. They had Cooper Kupp. They had so many superstars on that team that they put together. Then Matthew Stafford said, I'm going over there. They win a Super Bowl. Now, not to say that at that time, Niners did go to the NFC Championship, but we lost to them. I'm not going to say due to, Niners not being good, even though an interception was dropped. So, but now that's another story. I'm just saying they give Matthew Stafford all the praise for going to a loaded team that he wanted to go to. Purdy gets no praise for being on a team that he got drafted to. Go figure. Now that we're done with that, the Lions. Now, yes, one of the greatest. If y'all don't know nothing about Barry Sanders, he is an absolute beast. Or should I say was. Go watch some of his highlights. An absolute beast. I mean, he had some highlights. He had shirt ripped and he's running fools over. Now, the way he ran back in the days, you can't run like that anymore. The NFL doesn't allow it. See, they don't allow it. Certain teams. Because you can be a running back on a certain team and run certain ways and it's all good. But if you're running like Barry Sanders was running, no, you don't, ain't no in the league. There's no. But in his era, absolute monster. Now, Megatron, Calvin Johnson, Megatron was on the same team as Matthew Stafford. Megatron. And they still couldn't do nothing. Your man's was great. Up here. You feel me? And it's sad. The reason it's sad because these two never won a championship on that team. Now, a lot of people saying, well, the team is doing good now. Well, they still ain't won a championship. And this is not to knock on the Lions. This is to say they ain't won a championship and they had great people on their team. But not just great people. They made him walk away. He just walked away from the game. He should have never even, he could have played for more years. He just walked away from the game. Megatron, he knew it was all bad. He knew, the problem with what the Lions did was they allowed Matthew Stafford to leave and, pick a loaded team. Pick a team with all those good players. Megatron wanted to leave, and to this day, they still got him under contract. He can, even if he wanted to come out of retirement, he could never do it. They're never letting him go anywhere. Go figure. But Matthew Stafford can go to a loaded team and win a Super Bowl. You know how many times people was contacting to get Megatron's contract, and the Lions was like, nope. They were, he wasn't even playing. They had teams willing to give up first round picks, money, everything. They was like, nope. To me, it seemed like they would rather just be a complete failure of a team instead of saying, okay, you'll give us 3, 4, 5 first round picks and he's at home. We'll just give you his contract and you guys. They'd rather say, we'll just be a failure. Because it's no way he shouldn't have been on another team. It's no way. He should have been on another team balling out. It made no sense. But now it makes sense when you look at the organization and how long they were trash. That's why I say people praise. You can look at Matthew Stafford. Oh, he's one of the greatest. Why? He won a Super Bowl on a loaded team that he went to and they manufactured, right? After that Super Bowl, what has he done? I always ask, what has he done? What has Matthew Stafford done? How many NFC championships have he been to since that Super Bowl? Don't say playoff. People, well, he went to the playoffs and no. I said NFC championships. Matthew Stafford. How many? Now, because the team's not loaded no more. It's not loaded. You know what? Like I said, that's why Purdy had to do. He had to come in off the bench and really go undefeated, basically, and go to NFC Championship and get injured. Then people say, well, it wasn't him. He didn't do anything. He didn't do it. And then when he comes back the next season, goes all the way to the Super Bowl. It wasn't him. And even when he beats the Lions in the NFC Championship, and it was Purdy that did it because the Niners was losing. Came back at halftime and Purdy was balling. They literally said, we don't know how that happened. It doesn't exist. That's crazy. That's why you have teams like that have people that, they see their players and it's like, you should have won a championship. You should have won a championship. This makes no sense, but it's bad organization. Bad organization. It is what it is. It's bad organization. Like I said, I'm not picking on the Lions. See, it's not personal. But when you have players like this be the problem. People say, well, there's no guarantee he go to another team and win a Super Bowl. Like Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders, he was team hopping. But he made sure, okay, if I'm going to go to a loaded team, I'm going to make sure that I come out on top. I win the championship, something. Or you coming from a team, you could be like Jerry Rice and say, okay, I already got all these rings. Let me go somewhere else. He tried it, but now it didn't work. But he leaving the game with rings. So it's sad. This is sad. And then, like I said, he left. He just left. And he was in his prime. He left. He just walked off. And then Megatron. So, Lions fans, don't shoot the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just stating facts. It is what it is. If I'm wrong, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about this. See? Let me know what you think. Leave it in the comments. And, I'll answer some of the comments. Like I said, it is what it is. But I'm just going by facts. Let me know what y'all think. Peace. I'm out of here.